Hey friends, Creative Juice by Lonnie here with you, and I missed you last week. Last week I was in Disneyland with my family and we had such a good time. But hey, we've got this little Hey Friend starting here. We're going to show you some fun Valentines that you can make. Since I have a lot of grandkids, I thought this would be the perfect stamp set, this Friendly Seagulls, to use for some Valentines for my grandkids, as well as maybe a friend or two. So let's get stamping. So glad that you are joining me. If you're joining me live, let me know where you're coming from, what if you've started some Valentine cards, and if you are watching this on replay, say hello and tell me the same thing because we'd love to hear. So it is since I was in Disneyland at the time that the mini catalog dropped and Sale-a-Bration started for Stampin' Up, I wanted to give you a little bit of update about Sale-a-Bration this year. There are so many cute things that you can choose with a $60 order. Yes, I said $60. It used to be $50, but we haven't raised the threshold, the earning threshold, for a long time. So it's a little bit more, but you know, you're going to find so many things in the mini catalog, in our new online exclusives, in the new scrapbooking brochure. You won't have a problem finding at least $60. Plus, you need some adhesive and cardstock and envelopes. Don't forget to add those to your orders too. So you can get everything from a kit, this cute little rainbow celebration kit that makes easy, fast cards, perfect for all levels of crafters. Designer series paper. Here's our cute little seagulls, or the Day to Celebrate stamp set. Lots of stamps, paper, ribbon, embellishments, bundles. I mean, you're going to find it all during Sale-a-Bration. Since this is a free one, I'm going to use a couple of things that might help you get to the $60 threshold, and then you can, if you have $120, there are also a few offerings that you can choose for $120, or you can choose two $60 offerings, like the Friendly Seagulls plus some designer series paper. Well, hello, Nyla. You're just in time. You are here in time to watch live. So the mini catalog is all there's. If you go to my website and then click on Shop 24/7, you can see all of the new offerings all in one place. You can say Shop All New, choose All New, and you'll get the mini catalog, the new scrapbooking offerings, the products. Oh, so many fun things. The online exclusives. There's a lot of things that are not found in a publication, and in fact this publication is not physical. I actually printed mine off myself. But you can also, at Creative Juice by Lonnie, click on the digital brochures so you can see the scrapbooking brochure all at once, the mini catalog all at once, or go to the store and click on what's new. Get it all at one time. Okay, I'm going to move you over a little bit so I can make sure that you're seeing what I'm stamping. So this one is perfect for beginning stampers, again, crafters of all levels. And I'm going to use the first card. We're going to make two cards today, and I'll show you a third card that I already made. I'm choosing some very basic supplies that might be helpful. So a black ink pad, a Memento ink pad, some cardstock. I have a card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, fold it in half or score it at 4 1/4. This is Poppy Parade, some white cardstock, some more white cardstock, my basic white cardstock here. I also have a little bit of designer series paper and another pool party cardstock that I'm going to show you. The heartfelt hexagon punch. So when you have a set that does not come with a matching die, I like to pull out a punch that makes it easy to craft with. So I'm choosing the heartfelt hexagon die today. You may choose another one. I have a couple of markers, our Stampin' Right markers in petal pink and smoky slate. I'm going to talk to you about those. So this is that's all I'm using. And those items right there would probably get you to $60. And you could buy and you could choose the Friendly Seagulls stamp set free. So I'm going to start by putting this white piece of paper on the inside of my card because it's hard to write sometimes on dark cardstock. So we'll just add a little layer to the inside. It is 4 inches by 5¼ inches, which fits perfectly inside your card. There you go, ready to go. We'll set that aside and punch out some hexagons. I'm going to punch out 3. Actually, I'm going to punch out 4 because I'm going to show you a stepped up version of this card as well. So we've got our hexagons, and I also have one in Pool Party. I have a little leftover piece of Designer Series paper that was from the Be My Valentine paper last year, and it has hearts on it. So I'm like, perfect for Valentine's. I'm going to punch out a half of one that direction and a half of one on the top, on the bottom and on the top. So I've got all my hexagons punched. By the way, while I'm remembering this, that beautiful, hello Elaine, happy to see you. That fun Be My Valentine paper has been recolored and reintroduced in the scrapbooking brochure with the Meant to Be bundle. It also has a workshop kit to create 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. But now the colors are Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Pool Party, Petunia Pop, Bubble Bath, and Basic Black. And look at this. If you loved the Be stamp set, Be My Valentine stamp set right here. I've got it. This was from last year. It's still available online with a punch, a coordinating punch. Now there's an updated stamp set that's called Meant to Be, and it has Love This Life, a little smaller bumblebee, and wings or hearts, whatever you would like. Some cute sentiments and coordinating dies that have little hexagons. They also can cut out the bees. There's some words. It says hive. I can't really see that one. Another word and another word. So look at that. That's fun to be able to recolor it and then still continue to use what you have. So you could do this card in those same colors if you would like that little, and it would have this Designer Series paper, but in the Bubble Bath and Petunia Pop, I think is are the colors of that particular piece. Okay, let's do just some simple stamping. We're going to stamp our birds onto our heartfelt hexagon pieces right here. So here's one that's holding French fries. I'll tell you a story here in a minute about that. Any of you seen, well, Finding Nemo? Since I've been to Disneyland, I thought I'll show you my version that was Disney Finding Nemo inspired. Because at the end of Finding Nemo, there's all these little seagulls, and they're chasing down. Let's see, do I want to do it right here? I'm thinking I want to do it right here. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3 little birds right here. We're also going to stamp some words. So this one's going to say, "Hey, friend." And this one says, "I love you more than," and all we want is just the "I love you more." So I'm going to only ink up on the edge of my ink pad, "I love you more," and then stamp that above this one. So 1, 2, 3 little pieces there. Let's use on this Pool Party one, I'm going to stamp these the little fishies that come in this set, a little fish. And when you have something that is a kind of a cluster of images, if you don't want it to look like, they're all stuck together, stamp it off the edge, stamp sometimes right next to each other. right in front of each other so that they don't look like you're always just doing one or a set of three. So I've got them going off the edge. Down here, we'll just stamp the big one. You've got the little ones up there. I've left a little bit of blue, but there's all of our cute little fish. Okay, I'll wipe up my mess so I don't get that on my card. I'm also going to stamp this one just to show you in a moment. Whoa. A stepped up version. Okay, set that one aside, and now we're ready to put together our card. Oh wait, let's do a little bit of coloring. So using our markers, my petal pink. So this is, let's see which one is which. This is one of our old style markers, but now they're all reconfigured to this new style, the smoky slate style on top. It used to have, and you can see here, there's a wide line. That's the brush tip, and then this small line is the writing tip. Let me show you the difference here between the two now. This was our old one, and the smoky slate is the new brush tip. So it's much larger. It's a larger tip, much easier to use. And let's look at the difference in the writing tips. Oh, I love this new bullet point. This is how it used to be with kind of a rolling ball tip. Not as effective. Sometimes it got clogged. So I love this new tip. And I'm going to just use it to color some of the bird's wings if we want to right here, and then kind of give him some feathers. You may want to give him a little shading. Who knows? We're just going to give him. Seagulls are really kind of dirty birds, but they're funny. And at the end of the Nemo movie, they're fighting over French fries. Mine, 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 mine. Okay, I'm just going to give him some stripes, I think. There we go. They're all a little bit different. And then we'll color their feet, petal pink. You could use whatever you have, and their beaks. One of the reasons I chose to use these Stampin' Write markers, these are great to use. They're water-based for coloring, but they do sometimes leave a little bit of streaks, unlike our alcohol-based markers, the Stampin' Blends, but they're still pretty darn good coloring. I love them. And there's a lot of things you can do with markers. I'll be showing you a little bit more as we go along over the next couple of weeks to see what you can do with Stampin' Write markers, because that is one of the things you can choose as a bonus. Hello, Carolyn. During Sale-a-Bration, if you join my Stampin' Up team. So I wanted you to make sure that you knew that these are fun to use. So we've done that. Let's put it onto our card. Didn't have to do any cutting out of the images. I'm going to just start kind of at the top, leave a little bit of space. And actually, I don't want him at the top. I want him towards the bottom. I want this Hey Friend at the top. But still leave a little bit of space. We'll just put him right up here at the top. And then we're going to put him right here. I love you more. Anyway, did I tell you that at the end of Nemo, they're fighting over the French fries and they're saying, mine, 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 mine. Keep that in mind, because it will come into play when I show you my other card here in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to move this one. The lovely thing about Stampin' Seal is that it is removable and movable for a moment. We'll put this guy right down here. Oh, I forgot to put, I was going to put some seashells. We'll do that. I'll show you on the next one. Oh, I forgot, and I missed his feet. Color in his feet. There we go. Then these two, I want the hearts going up and down the right way, so make sure you put it on with the hearts in the correct direction here, and a little bit on this one. I think this is going to be a fun one for the kids. Or if you have a friend who likes funny things more than pretty things, although this is pretty and fun, right? We'll just cut off the edges, all the excess pieces of our hexagons here, and our card is finished. Look at that. Now let me show you a little tip on if you wanted to make this, you're going to step up this card, and you were using your Stampin', you can still use your Stampin' Blends markers to color in your seagull if you would like. But if you use the Stampin' Blends markers to do some of the shading, for instance, I'm going to do his wing right here, and then I'm going to shade underneath his wing. Then I love to use the light pool party to make them pop off without having to cut anything out. You just take the light pool party and color around the image on the outside, and it kind of gives them a shadow. And to blur that shadow a little bit, you can use the color lifter. You just run it right along the edge of where you had of the color, and that blurs that color into the background, so it's not there's no harsh line. And the same thing for right here. I'm just going to go over that, and it will kind of blur the shadow so that there's no harsh lines. And when it dries, I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like this. It's kind of difficult to see, I think. Maybe you can see it better than I can, but there you go. They just have a very faint blue part around them that kind of makes them pop off the page. And in this time, I embossed the greeting, the same greeting as we used here. So that just gives it a little bit of an extra step up, a little step up there. But then, of course, you can write on the inside. And there's our first little card. Very simple, very easy. You've got yourself a free Seagull stamp set to use just by getting a few basic supplies. Okay, second card. Let's use our second card. This one I decided to follow the TGIF challenge that they put out on Friday. And this is the sketch. It's a sketch challenge. So I'm going to start with the same colors. So I'm still going to stay in the same color collection here. Petal pink card base. You can write on this, so you don't necessarily need to put a white piece inside to write on. But I have a what is this called? Poppy Parade. Poppy Parade layer that is actually, let me think about this, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So it's a little bit smaller than a normal layer that we do. And I'm going to emboss it. I want to emboss it with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. Since this is a bigger embossing folder, I like to emboss it diagonally. So I'm going to put it inside there, inside my embossing folder, and bring over the mother, the big emboss, cut and emboss. Put your gray embossing plate on top. Now is the time to be thinking of Valentines. If you need to make an order of supplies to create Valentines, this is the time to do it. Some of you, in fact, all of you who have commented so far that I can see here, are on my Valentine list. So you know that because our last name is Spendlove, we send Valentines. We don't send Christmas cards, we send Valentines. And it also helps. I not only have to send, Valentines to people who send me Christmas cards, right? Or you could. Okay, so we have let me bring in this sketch here so we can see it. There's the sketch we're following. So I've got a layer right here, and I should put this on. Well, this will work just perfectly. We'll put our layer on. This is actually let's put it on with the fold on the left side so I do this correctly. Okay, we've got our layer. I'm going to use, for the little strip behind there, I'm going to use the same Designer Series paper. But I think I want mine to be, I think I want to flag the ends. So we're going to do a shallow flag. Is that the way to say it? I know most of you know this little tip, but when I found it, it was just amazing. Cut in from the end, go to the corner and cut into where you had made the first cut, and you've got a perfect flag, okay? So that one is about 3/4 of an inch wide, I think. My nose is running today. We've had a lot of wind. Maybe it's just, okay, right here. Right here in front of me. I can't see it because my phone is in the way. My camera is in the way. We're going to put it about center stage here. And then let's do a little stamping. I've already stamped the French fries. We're going to stamp our cute little French fry guy. Again, in the Memento Basic Black ink. This one, you are going to do a little bit of cutting, so fussy cutting. Don't be scared. It's not hard. I've also already embossed this one. This is a 1 inch by 2 1/4 inch black, and it says, "I love you more than French fries." Okay, so we'll put that on with some dimensionals. Did you know that our black dimensionals come with some that are mini size, like this, the mini size, and some that are large. So when you buy the black dimensionals, you've got both sizes. And they're perfect for putting on. There you go. I love you more than French fries. We'll color once again with our Stampin' Up markers, because this is the perfect size to use. These little details are perfect for your Stampin' Up markers to color in. I can't even tell if that, yes, it is. There we go. Got a little color. He's got the French fries in his mouth ready to eat. I'm not even going to add gray to him. Okay, so when you're fussy cutting, leave a little bit of the edge, and it's easier. It takes practice, but if you kind of move your paper, not your scissors, it's a lot easier to do quickly. And after many years of fussy cutting, I can do it pretty quickly now. I don't mind it as much. It is nice when we have things that have coordinating dies, but as these things are a little bit, are very timely, since you can only get them until the end of February during Sale-a-Bration, there are no dies. Do I want to cut in between? I probably do. I'm going to cut between his legs just so that you can see the color there through there. Okay, so we've got our guy cut out and our French fries cut out. This sketch shows that you can put I need to move this over, apparently. I'm going to move it over a little bit so we can put him in here. Love it. Do I want him up here? I think I want him down here. Or do I want him, I don't know. Maybe I want him like that. I think that's going to be cute. So I can add a little bit of adhesive to his foot. Whichever one that's going to be there. Be the piece that holds on. The rest we'll use some dimensionals. 3 little dimensionals. I could use white, but I have the black ones out here. Oh, I've got white ones out here too, but oh well. I love you more than French fries. And then we're going to add the French fries right here. So while we were at Disneyland, one of my son's favorite events is the World of Color. Have you ever seen the World of Color and California Adventure? And so that's a very simple card right there. We were watching the World of Color. It's a nighttime show where the water is made in blown into the air, and then they project video onto it. It's just beautiful. And then they have fire and water and all sorts of magic things that are happening. And my husband was holding one of our grandkids on his shoulders, and she leaned over to him and said, "That's the most beautiful water I've ever, that's the prettiest water I've ever seen." And we had to giggle. So my last card that I wanted to show you, I've already made. It was actually inspired, as I said, by Disney, by the Finding Nemo one and the French fry, these little French fry guys. Mine. This one, all right, this one I just had to make because it just reminded me so much of the movie. Oh, let's see if I can read what you're saying here. This one says, mine. And I used the little alphabet, what is it called? Mini alphabet dies to create the words for the Be Mine. And then I used, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, this is the Spring is in the Air dies. And so I used the heart die from that. But we do have in our online offerings, there are some heart dies as well. These are only available for subscribers, so make sure that you add them to your list if you are a subscriber. But you could use any heart dies, and I just did that, used that. And then I used this Be My Valentine, the old set, and just used the mine to stamp mine. And then I cut out this Valentine right here. It says Valentine's, but I just cut out Be My Valentine and stamp them all over there. Mine. I used a little, one of our white watercolor pencil works great to color those in when you've colored them on basic beige. Oh, all right, thank you. Thanks, Elaine. Let's see if we can put that on there. Yeah, Elaine says that they're cute cards. They are, but there's your French fries. There's your Be Mine. And then where's our first one? Here we go. So here's all of them together. Let's pull them all in so you can see them. Which one's your favorite? The only thing I had to fussy cut on this was his little beak to kind of make it so it could go over the top of the heart. But everything else, here we go. Do you like, here's our TGIF, so I can use that today on my blog I may save this one for a different day, so you guys get a peek, a different blog post, or maybe I'll just put it on my Instagram account. But you've got all sorts of cute little choices. Do you prefer using I love this little tip though for using something where you don't have to, using some images that you don't have to cut out just by using your punch. Heartfelt hexagon punch for that one. And then I love you more than French fries. Some cute Valentines, don't you think? All kind of in the same colors. And thanks to TGIF challenges. I hope you try that too. All right. Carlene says that the Be Mine Valentine is her favorite. Right here, Be My Valentine. Really cute. I'll put this one up on the blog later this week, so you'll see all of the things that I use for that. But there you go, folks. Hopefully that gets you ready for some Valentine crafting as well as celebration, taking advantage of celebration. I will be back next Monday with more crafting. If there's something that you want to see, please let me know. Always fun to see your faces. All right. It's good to see your faces and your names here. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. And Carolyn says her favorite is the sketch. I love you more than French fries. A lot of fun. All right. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next Monday.